Peace, love, and light to all of my Libras, Sun, Moon, and Rising. Welcome to this abundance reading. I'm a Libra Sun, so this reading is very important and special to me, just as it will be for those of you who watch. We are going to be tapping into what we need to be doing, what we need to understand, what work is required in order to tap into our abundance. So let's hop right on in. What's up with the Libra Sun, Moon, and Rising? How do we tap into our abundance? I'm hearing prioritization is of great importance right now in Libras. Getting very, very, very specific about how you spend your time, how you are utilizing your time is going to be, and it is very important. It's not going to be, it's very important today. It's very important right now that we look at and analyze what we are doing, how are we using our time. Are we distracting ourselves, or are we doing things that are actually in alignment with what we truly, deeply desire for our lives? And so really paying attention to that is so important, Libras. Like, this is not the time to be all willy-nilly with your time. Time is precious. Most importantly, life is precious. This present moment is precious. And so we need to make sure that we are honoring and really cherishing the day. We need to make sure that we're really using our time wisely, not just our time on a day-to-day basis, but our time in this life, our time in this our incarnation, our time in this body. Why that is so important is because one of the gateways to abundance that I know to be true from experience is when you live in a space of activation, when you live from the divinity and the power of your gifts. Your gifts grant grace, grace grants fortune. And so what you do with your time is so important. Like, it's time to stop wasting time on things that are not in alignment with our gifts and our talents, that are not in alignment with our anointing, Libras. There's an anointing over your life. There's a power that you are meant to tap into. There's an essence that you are meant to embody that will support you in unlocking great abundance. But you got to be focused. You got to get out of distraction. You got to get focused. You got to get in tune and aligned. And you have to assess. You have to assess what you are doing at specific times and why. All right. First card that came out, Isis Oracle deck, is the Miracle of Isis. The Miracle of Isis. And what this card is really speaking to is how Isis have this ability to heal. This is so good. Hold on, y'all. I dropped some cards. What this is speaking to is how Isis has this divine sacred ability to heal, right? If you know the story of Isis or Aset, when her husband Osiris was broken up into 13 pieces, she went and recovered his body and mended him and put him back together. So what this has to do with our abundance, Libras, whether you are sun, moon, or rising, is that you have this gift, and that goes with what I was just saying. You have this gift of healing, this gift of transformation, this gift of pulling people back together and putting people back together or supporting people in their healing journey. And it is unique to you, right? You may help people in their healing journey because you're a chef. You may be a massage therapist. You may be a coach. You may be a teacher. Who knows what your gift is? But in your gift, when you operated Libras, you have this magnificent ability to heal. And it's very important that you lean into the miracles that come from you living in that gift. When you're following your soul mission, when you're living out your soul purpose, when you are utilizing your spiritual gifts, this is turning you on to great power and to great abundance. One of the blockages that I realize that many people have that I often ask in like consultations is like, do you feel like you know your purpose? Do you feel like you know what you are sent here, what you are called to do? Do you feel like you are living in it? Do you feel like you are showing up in that energy? And if a person tells me no, that to me is one of the clear reasons as to why financial abundance may be stagnated. So Libras is so very important that you figure out what your gift, what your talent, what your magic is, and you live in it. It doesn't necessarily mean that it has to be a profession for you at this time, but it needs to be something that you discipline yourself on a regular basis to embody that energy and to utilize that energy and to share that gift with the world. What this is going to do is create spiritual abundance for you. And that spiritual abundance ends up translating into physical, financial abundance and abundance in many, many forms. So you need to tap into your healing. You need to tap into your magic. You need to tap into your miracles, Libra. The next card that came out for you is the Pillar of Light. It's time to, for many Libras, you've been hiding or dimming your light or disguising yourself to be something different, right? For whatever reason, maybe you feel like your gifts and your talents are not really well received. Maybe you feel like you are afraid of being seen. Maybe you are an introvert or shy or all of those things like that. And Spirit is saying, "Nuh-uh, Libras, it's time to allow yourself to be seen. Understand that you are a star. Understand that you are a bright, shining, divine being. And anytime you are dimming your light, you're also dimming your own magnetism." Ooh, this is good. Okay? You're dimming your own magnetism. The more you allow your light to shine, the more you are going to attract the things that are on the same frequency, the things that are on the same vibration of that thing. All right. So Libras, you are being strongly guided to strengthen up your energetic field. We are being guided right now to really radiate that divine energy that we desire. Another way to put it is very important, Libras, that what you put out, it's important that you understand and that you be strategic in the energy that you are putting out, right? Because if you are a pillar of light, understand that darkness is light and light is light, right? Uh, um, Understand that even things that can be perceived as negative is still a form of light. It's still on the light spectrum. And so Spirit is like, you want to make sure that the energy that you are projecting outward, the light that you are shining, is a light that you actually desire to experience, to create, and to have more of. So if you want more love, Libras, you have to show more love, give more love. If you want greater abundance, you have to exude this energy of abundance. And that happens through the way that you live your life, the way that you show up, the way that you process money in your mind, the way that you feel about it, the way that you are connected to money. Like if you want more abundance, Libras, this is not the time to be overindulging in conversations about not having enough. This is not the time to be complaining about what's in your bank account and what is not. This is not the time for any energy that is of low vibrational nature, because either way, that is still light. That is still light. That is still information that you are putting out into the universe. And so when you're putting that energy out into the universe, that is what you are attracting back to you as a pillar of light. Okay. As a pillar of light, that is what you are actually bringing back to you, Libra. So you're a light being no matter what. The question is, what energy are you radiating? What energy are you giving? Are you putting out the energy that you actually desire to receive? Very big deal. Another card from the Isis Oracle deck that came out is the Wings of Isis. Wings of Isis. And what this is talking about is uniting with your angelic, more divine, sacred self. So Libras, at this time, in order to tap into your abundance, a lot of spiritual work and refinement is required. You have to be tapping in and tuning in because you're receiving this divine angelic support, not just from your own higher self, but from these other benevolent, nurturing, abundant entities, energies, angels, right? You're being given this divine guidance, but you have to let it in. I heard a saying that said, you can't be more blessed than you already are. You just have to let more in. I heard that by Abraham Hicks. And so what I'm telling to you, Libras, is allow yourself to be supportive. Allow your spirit team, allow your ancestors, allow your spirit guides, allow other human beings that desire to support you, allow that support to happen. You are at this time, Libras, you're being asked to really unite with your divine sacred self when it comes down to abundance, right? So many of you have fragmented yourself, has separated from that divine light because of disappointment, because of letdown, and because of feeling like abundance and overflow wasn't something that you could actually have. And that's not a part of your angelic self, because your angelic self knows that abundance is your nature, knows that abundance is you. And so Spirit is asking you, how can you be more light? How can you be more receptive? And how can you pay attention to the spiritual downloads and the spiritual insights that are actually coming to you? I had a dream last night of my brother's best friend who passed away last year. He passed away at the beginning of last year. And he came to me in a dream last night and he was buying me some Jamaican food. Or he had the intention of buying me some Jamaican food, but they didn't have like a vegetarian option. This is all in a dream, y'all. So they had like chicken and stuff like that. And I don't eat chicken. But the point is that this angel, right? Rising in power to Shermo, Ashe to Shermo, this angel, Shermo, my brother's best friend, actually came to me last night offering support. And I got the real like aha moment this morning when I went into our magic room and his picture immediately caught my eye on our ancestor altar. And it clicked. I was like, oh, that was you in the dream that was trying to help me, that was trying to nourish me, that was trying to provide for me. And so I'm telling you that story, Libras, to tell you that you have angelic support in this physical realm, and then you also have angelic support in the astral realm. You have to allow those energies to support you. If you don't know how to receive that support, you need to ask these energies, these entities, these spirit guides. You need to ask them, how are you coming to support and serve me in this moment? You get to ask that question and you get to receive that answer. Okay. So first things first, understand that you are a healer and that you have magic and miracles. A lot of you Libras have the power of healing with your hands. So like massage therapy, Reiki, reflexology, things like that, just energy healing in general. You have that gift, and Spirit is asking you to embody that. You also may be healing with your hands through making things. I'm seeing some of you being like seamstress or knitting. I'm also seeing some of you as chefs, cooks, things of that nature. And this is a part of your magic. This is part of your miracle. This is a part of how you help people in coming back into the fullness of who they are. Understand that when you live in your gift, your purpose, your activation, this sets you up to receive abundance. Libras, you're also being asked to be a pillar of light, to shine your light, to not dim your light, and to be conscious of the light that you're actually putting out. Are you putting out high vibrations or are you putting out low vibrations? Either way, whatever you're putting out, you are getting back. So be very disciplined in your energy and how you are feeling and how you are thinking, and unite with your angelic self. Connect with the angels that are all around you. The way that you're going to do this, Libras, is you want to look for angel numbers, right? Like 1111, 222, 333, 444, 1234, 717. Whatever that angel number is for you, you want to be paying attention to it. And when you see those numbers, don't just let it be like, oh, yeah, I saw that number, and you kind of blow it off. Really take a moment to tune in and get clarity. Pay attention to how you're feeling. Pay attention to how you're thinking, and really have gratitude in that moment, because that angel number is a symbol of synchronicity and alignment happening in your life. Libras, from the Moonology deck, y'all can't see it. It says, your commitment is being tested. First quarter moon. Your commitment is being tested. Okay, it's not sharpening up, but that's what it says. And this is very true, y'all. I have been doing very deep spiritual work for a year now. And it's reaping its rewards, but sometimes it can get challenging. So Libras, I want you to First of all, in order to draw in your abundance, you have to get very clear on why you desire abundance, right? Let's make sure that the desires that you have are actually coming from your divine heart and not from your ego, right? We don't want money just for the sake of having money, but want it because there's a utility, there's a tool for it that you are aware of, that you want to use it for, that is going to support your life, that is going to support your growth. Like for me, one thing for sure is I desire greater abundance because I desire to travel. I need my kids to go around and see the world and be exposed to things. I actually want to visit foreign lands where I have past life experiences, like in Thailand. This is somewhere that I want to visit. Africa, this is somewhere that I want to visit and put my literal feet in that soil, because I know that there are certain spiritual activations and downloads that are going to come from me taking those trips and having those experiences and visiting those lands. So my money has a utility. I know what it is doing for me. I know what it is doing for my kids on a spiritual level. And so you have to ask yourself that. You have to get clarity on that, Libra, because when you have clarity on that, now you can stay committed to all of the prior work that I told you about. You can stay committed to that work. You can see it through and get to that result, because you know that result of financial freedom, financial abundance, and just that overflow, you know, and understand that that is supporting you in completing another spiritual task that you have. So you got to get focused, Libras. You got to get clear on why you want this abundance. And if that desire is not deeply rooted, it's fleeting. So yeah, you'll be like, yeah, I want to make more money. Yeah, I want a job. Yeah, I want this. But if it's not something that is deeply in your heart, you're not going to be committed to seeing it through. So you need to pay attention to your commitments. This card really reminds me of that last Oracle card that just came out, the Isis Oracle. I don't know why it's not focusing. There we go. Confidence is your key to success. That really goes back to this pillar of light. Libras, you really need to be doing a lot of work with your solar plexus chakra. If you've been feeling self-doubt, if you've been feeling afraid, if you've been feeling stagnation, Libras, your higher self is asking you to get out of that, to be confident that you can have abundance, be confident that you have the skills, the talents, the gifts, and the wisdom to manage the money when you manifest it, right? Spirit is like, know and understand that you can do that. This is abundance is your nature. So be confident in that, right? Have courage in that. Really tap into that Leo energy for you, Libras. Really tap into the excitement of being royal and regal and having a certain level of abundance. This is nothing to fear. This is our nature. This is who we are meant to be. And so we have to develop a certain level of confidence through doing solar plexus chakra work, really adding a lot of energy to our solar plexus so we let ourselves shine. The more you let yourself shine, Libra, the more you're going to be open and receptive to the abundance that is available to you. All right. That's my reading for you, Libras. Enjoy. Let me know in the comments how it resonates, and I'll be seeing you soon. Peace.